So that brings us into my final phase, my peaking phase, which was 3 weeks. And basically how I set that up was I still maintained that Monday and Friday sequence. So on Monday though, I did a pretty easy workout with a low amount of total work. I really only did 2 working sets. And I left some repetitions in the tank. So I was not pushing this to the absolute limit. The reason being I wanted to save a little more effort for the Friday workout. So I stuck with the podium deadlifts because number one, it means that I can't lift as much weight because it's a harder variation. Number two, just like in the previous phase, it's something where I'm weaker at pulling right off the floor. So that would give me a little bit more stress and a little more time to strengthen that position. But now I was doing it with a belt, so I could lift a little bit more weight. So I had that nice variation so I could kind of continue to make some progress since I was adding a belt and before I did not have a belt. So in my Friday workout, that was the big mamma jamma. Where I wanted to put all my energy in. So I wanted to be the freshest for this one, so I have a nice spacing between the Monday and the Friday workout, lots of rest and recovery, and this was all done with a belt, which I had not used for about 8 weeks of training. In week 1, I did as many repetitions as possible at 90% of my max, which was about 455. I think I got 6 repetitions there. The second week, I did as many reps as possible at 95%, which was about 475. That I was able to get 5 reps. That felt really good and was a huge boost going into week 3, which I am in currently right now. Week 3, I plan to test my 1 rep max, and the Monday workout, which is actually today, I'm only gonna do 1 set. So I'm just getting a little touch, making sure I stay fresh, and I have lots of energy for that final week. The other thing that I did on my Friday workout, which I did not write down here, was after I finished the AMRAP set, I dropped the weight down a fair amount and I did 2 sets of about 4 to 6 reps of a paused or a halting deadlift with the belt. I didn't take that quite to the max, but I just wanted to have a little more work being done. And again, this time with the belt so I can handle a little more weight, practicing my strength in that bottom position, because again, that is the weak point for me. So hopefully I'm feeling very confident after I did 5 repetitions at 475 that I'm gonna be able to get over 500, which is the goal, coming up later in the week. So that's kind of how I set that up. The key things that you guys want to maybe take away from that big picture wise is that I moved from phases where I did higher repetitions and lower weights to phases where I did fewer number of repetitions and higher weights, right? So I kind of fluctuated and built up that way. I also chose variations that were more difficult and that focused on my weak points, and I played around with adjusting different variations so I would give myself a different stimulus in each phase. So sometimes I did podium deadlifts, sometimes I used tempo or halting deadlifts, and I would use those in each phase so that when I came to the new phase, I would have a new variation to work on, my training wouldn't be as stale, and I'd be able to make a little bit more progress in that 4-week chunk. I hope that gave you some really good ideas about how to set up your program, some of the key variables that you should be thinking about to make you have better progress. Now, if you have any general questions about this, please put them in the comments below and I will hit you back. If you have some specific questions or maybe you want some help with your own training program, please go to my website, shoot me an email, and we can talk about maybe setting you up with a program or giving you some specific ideas, doing some consultation or that type of thing. So, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. If you did not subscribe to my channel and you found this useful, please go ahead and do that. Give this video a like, share it with your friends, all of that self-promotion stuff that we got to do on here, and I'll see you in the next one.